An hour? What am I supposed to do with the mad scientist for an hour?
You know, tamper in God's domain.
Audio skulls all day.
The mad scientist lab.
Fucking adjust the cameras.
You don't have to adjust anything because the sound of my voice is traveling through the airwaves into your ears and eardrums, radiating through your brain, welcoming you to the 277th episode of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast with Jared, Lee, and RJ.
I'm here. I'm just adjusting cameras, guys.
Oh, man. We are ready to go, and I wanted to kick the show off this week. I was, for the last week and a half, I've been kind of under the weather. I wouldn't say I was, like, sick, but I just wasn't feeling great. You know, the weather has kind of been changing a little bit. Thank God.
Do you have AIDS, RJ?
No, thankfully.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
While you're saying that, I'm going to adjust my camera now. Keep going.
Okay. I do not have that, folks. Anyway, so I decided, I was like, you know what? I was taking some over-the-counter medicines, you know, the standard stuff, and I was like, you know what? I probably need to just go to the doctors and get an antibiotic. Regardless, I haven't been to the doctors in about a year, and they've kind of changed.
I need to go.
They've kind of changed their whole name and just their layout and everything. Well, their system. So when I got there, I'm obviously familiar with the young ladies in front. They've been there pretty much my entire life. And they were like, Mr. Steinbacher, you know, we have a new system, this, and that. So I had to fill out some small stuff, and I was like, cool. And then my normal doctor is actually retiring. Congratulations to him. And so I met with another doctor, really nice lady.
How many times did he touch your balls?
That's part of a physical, Jared.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that HIPAA? Sorry.
Anyway, what I was gonna say is, so I get into, so I'm sitting down in the doctor's room. The nurse comes in. She's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Blah blah blah. And I'm just kind of giving her my symptoms. And so she was like, "Hey, our whole new system doesn't have your history in here, so you're gonna have to give like everything ever to this doctor." And I was like, "Oh my God!" So doctor comes in, you know, we're getting to an age to where, you know, you always want to be honest with your doctor. Don't bullshit the doctor. Don't do anything like that because your health is very important. Anyway, doctor comes in, nice older lady. I begin to tell her what's going on. She's like, here, you're going to have to go through your medical history, this, and that. And then she gets to, you know, the fun questions.
That's some
right?
bullshit. They don't have fucking paperwork somewhere?
Well, with their new system, they have like a very recent visits, like within a year or so, but not like, because I've been going there my whole life pretty much. So,
yeah, so how are they? Okay, whatever. That doesn't. There's got to be a way to transfer.
So it's cool. No worries. But then come the fun questions. Hey, do you drink? And it's like, well, I said, I've been sober for about 2 months. I said, I used to drink pretty much every day, you know, for the most part. She was like, well, good for you. She was like, yeah. She was like, you know, like most doctors, moderation is key. You know, you want to be around for a long time, you know, saying anything.
Most of them, there's some that say you shouldn't drink at all, which I agree because it's basically poisoning yourself.
It is. And then, you know, I had to go into it, and she was like, so, do you smoke? And I was like, well, I don't smoke tobacco ananymore. And then I was like,
ladies and gentlemen.
Then I was like, yeah, I hit my vape. And she was like, do you hit it often? I was like, yeah, I do. And she was like, hey, she was like, you're probably going to, you know, like most doctors, going to want to stop that. And then I'm like, yeah, I was like, I actually do a podcast with my friend who sends and tells me all the time. She was like my therapist for like 10 minutes. Anyway.
Well, I mean, it's part of health. Too.
Yeah, no, I got it. But long story short, I had to take a COVID test. All right, which was fine. You don't have to jam the whole fucking thing up your nose anymore.
I don't think you've ever really needed to do that.
I didn't do that per se, but everybody said like initially that was like the only way to do it. It's like, yeah, you gotta get far enough in there.
We didn't know what we were dealing with.
So that went relatively smooth. And then they were like, hey, you got to take a strep test. And I used to take those all the time as a kid, unfortunately. And I haven't done one in 10 years. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, cool. I still hate that shit. Having them stick a giant toothpick, or excuse me, what is it you clean? A swab in your mouth is never any fun. I do not have strep throat, by the way. And I knew I didn't.
That's just contagious.
I know. Trust me, if something like that was occurring, I would tell you, and we would reschedule this for a later date. I'm not that evil in that sense. But all in all, I felt like I had a really good visit to the doctor because about a week and a half ago, I decided to try something for the first time just based upon everybody's talking about it.
Uh-oh.
I tried
Pride Month is not yet, okay?
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Yeah.
Like you said, you wanted to try something. That's
Yeah. Well, no. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. So I've been taking sea moss gel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the plant, the oceanic plant, I guess you could call it, seaweed, pretty much is what it is, that Dr.
Type
Sebi,
of seaweed.
yeah, that Dr. Sebi said that had, I think, 92 of the 104 natural minerals that your body needs, and all this good stuff. And when you see stuff like this marketed, you're like, okay, is this going to be like a placebo effect type of thing? Now, this is also coming from somebody who's been using CBD oil for the last month, and I really do like it. So I'm like, all right, here, let me give this stuff a try, right? My sister ultimately orders a jar of mango pineapple sea moss, and I'm like, okay, not bad. It tastes like grass, for lack of flavored grass.
It is a plant.
But I will say, after taking it, and I just do 1 tablespoon. That's it. I don't do any more than that. I will say, after taking it for about a week and a half, I think it's working. I don't know what it is, but I just feel good. I don't know if it's
your bowels being moved or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That'll.
It might just be fiber.
It could. I know that again.
Wait, you say you think it's working? Working how?
So this is what I was going to get to. Because they list all these positive aspects of taking this, whether it's increased energy, better mood, you sleep better, digestive health, just normal stuff to help you regulate your internal clock. And I would say, in terms of my mood, I don't know if it's maybe a combination of this and not drinking alcohol, but I've been in a pretty good mood. But I will tell you one thing, it does kind of clean you out initially. I'm like most things like that, I would think do. But after that, I feel pretty good, and I just thought that was something pretty interesting to share because, I'm such a reserved person with certain things.
How much is that shit?
It's crazy. My sister bought it. I'd have to ask her. I would think she maybe spent $20 or maybe a little more than that for a jar. I mean, it was delivered to the house. I mean, I think there's certain places you can buy it. And then if you dig into it a little deeper, then you get into like, oh, this is the real sea moss gel, and this is the fake, and it's like, all right, I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole with that stuff.
Yeah, that's why, like, there's always like a of the moment like thing that it's supposed to be like the health or
the new craze, so to speak.
Like, for a long time, it was like when I first got into internet marketing, it was resveratrol, which is like
I don't even think I've heard of that.
It's a chemical that comes from like grapes, and you could get it from red wine and all this other shit. And it was just supposed to be anti-aging, and it was just big fucking thing about it. And all that shit is the same. Like before the sea moss thing, there was also the lion's mane, which is a mushroom. And there's a bunch. So I don't know. I just try to make sure I eat foods that has whatever I need in it.
Yeah, no, and that is probably the best way to go regardless, because what I don't want people to think, and because of how this is marketed, it's like a superfood. It's like, eat this and it'll cure cancer. No, that's not
everything's a super fucking food.
Yeah, so I didn't look at it like that, but I was intrigued by it. And what I did learn, because the taste, is either you're going to like it or it's going to be tolerable, I think, to whoever.
I mean, it's like probably similar to Mucinex, Metamucil, which I keep hearing is good. Like, you should be, as you get older, you should be taking that shit because we don't get enough fiber as humans as we should, because fiber helps clean shit out. It gets rid of all the bullshit. And I just keep forgetting. I don't even know what aisle Metamucil's on, to be honest with.
I would think, if anything, that would be in some sort of healthcare aisle with like
pharmaceuticals or something.
Yeah, but no, I mean, and fiber in general, I think the best way to get it is either a yogurt.
I try to stay away from dairy.
Or as crazy as it sounds, I love celery, dude. I know everybody hates it, but celery is an excellent source of fiber. You know.
I mean, you could get a far better tasting source of fiber.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could get better stuff. But I'm saying if I'm sitting here and it's like I wanted to snack on something, I'm not saying this is something I would do every single time, but celery is a viable option.
But nobody's gonna sit there and fucking munch on some celery.
Yeah, this is true.
It's okay. It's not. It's not.
It's a superfood.
No, it's not.
I'm just joking.
That's just water, just like lettuce is water.
You burn more calories
like
chewing it.
iceberg lettuce is straight water.
Yeah, you burn.
There's a little fiber, not enough to fucking do anything.
Yeah, but I just thought it was kind of cool, and I'm gonna keep up with it until because me and my sister are both kind of sharing this one jar. So I'll let you guys know, like periodically, if I just feel any other difference.
The whitest thing I've ever heard you say.
What, Sharon?
I'll let you guys know.
I'll let you guys know.
You're on thin ice there, bud.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, I didn't say we.
No, well, this is true. You did not say we. You said I. But here, if anybody out there, try sea moss.
Ain't
gel.
nobody doing sea moss out there but you.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to talk about, our buddy Epic, he's probably not here at the moment. The reason
Nobody's here.
The reason he's not here is because our good buddy Ghost Chips landed a role in the high school play as Oz in Wizard of Oz.
Oh, the actual wizard?
Yes, he was
nice.
an actual wizard. He sent me a picture of Ghost Chips wearing this gigantic hat, and it looks like a wizard robe. Obviously, a little different looking from what we saw in the film. However, this is a play. So kudos to Ghost Chips for getting a very prominent role, prominent role in.
That's a cool part too, because you don't have to show up until the end.
Yeah, and then you can just be like, "Go the fuck away," you know? Like, yeah. I mean, seriously, the wizard is badass. I mean, think about it, dude. The Wizard of Oz.
Not in the movie, he wasn't.
No, not in the movie. But man, that movie was really revolutionary for its time.
Well, I think it was one of the first TV. I think it was one of the first. It was color.
Yeah, it was. Well, it starts in black
What
and
year
white.
was it? Hold on, let me.
Well, the film initially starts in black and white, and then when she
Yes,
gets
I'm
washed
sure-
away by the tornado.
we all know what happened.
If you haven't seen it,
What year?
oh, 1939, I think that's what it says, dude.
Oh, so it was probably colorized later.
Since we're talking about, the first TV show, do you know what the very first DVD ever made was? It is actually Twister was the very first DVD that was launched, for DVD players. I found that out this week, and I found it relatively interesting.
Amazing. That's an amazing fact.
It's an amazing fact because it's an
That's me
amazing
being
film.
sarcastic.
No, it's a great, it's a good movie. I like it.
It's a good movie. I just don't think I don't care about them being the first. First of all, DVDs are irrelevant now.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Although, with all these streaming services saying that if you buy something you don't own it anymore, is people are starting to want to own it, like the physical thing. And it's funny because my mom's getting rid of a lot of stuff in her house. And she was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these DVDs. She's calling them VHSs the other day. Because actually, they used to be VHS. She had a whole bunch of VHS tapes. And then she ended up somehow over time switching them out to DVDs. So she has like a fucking half a wall full of fucking DVDs.
That's sick, though.
Yeah. She was like, I don't know how I'm going to get rid of these. I'm like, don't get rid of them. Let me have them because I can use that as like it could be a backdrop of this shit one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, dude. So physical media. I'm glad you brought that up. Physical media is still very important, and I say this as a nerd because I download everything now. I haven't walked into a GameStop or any Well, I went into a gaming store not too long ago. However, I haven't physically gone out and bought a hard copy of a game, and God only knows when. And recently, I have been kind of getting this itch to kind of rebuild a retro console collection. Not this massive arcade-style wall thing, but just get a nice kind of television stand, set it up, and I was just looking at some people. Some people really go all out with this stuff, man. Like their game rooms and stuff. Like it puts my level of what I think I'm a nerd to shame. Like, shame.
They probably also have money. If you had money, you would probably have the same shit.
Well, if I had money, I would not have nearly as much as some of these people do.
I've seen some crazy man cave shit, like nerd man cave shit. Like people always when they say they have a man cave, usually it's about like sports and shit. But I would rather have like a game. But there's a few. There's a lot out there. There's some sick ones. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, but yes, there's.
No, no, it's okay. No, but I was looking at some people's setups, and it's like, man, this is cool as shit. But I also don't believe in going like full overkill, if that makes any sense. Get what you like, a small handful of it, decorate it, arrange it nicely, and, be happy with it. Because, like something, I mean, these are all cool looking. I'm not knocking anybody that would have something that I feel would be overkill.
Oh, you know one that I do remember? It was set up like,
damn, I need to get
like the
rich.
bridge of the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, that's fucking dope. Dude.
Yeah, it looked very expensive.
So that's the thing. You are right. If you had the extra funds to do something like this, I totally would. But at the same time, I don't know if I would take it to something this level.
I like this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one's real cool. See, that looks relatively cleaner to me. Like something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like this, even still, like this is where a shelf or like a wall full of DVDs in the background, like if I'm streaming, would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of the vintage stuff. Because I know we were talking about emulators and we've kind of touched base on that stuff.
Yeah, emulators takes the fun out of it.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's my whole point. I think that's one of the reasons I don't think I've ever actually got one.
Yeah, same here. But I knew somebody who got one of those Nintendo ones, and it had a few games on it, but it was just like, it's not the same.
And so this is something that I would say this year
See,
I'm
look,
gonna
right here. See, that's just all. That's all games. Or those comic books. I can't see.
Are you able to enhance that at all?
No,
'Cause
I mean,
really
no, it's
tell
on
either.
Pinterest, and I don't
Okay.
have a login. Well, yeah, you're just.
Oh, he's got the bean bags and everything, and he's got the old, probably maybe 26, 32-inch, TV in there. I don't see all the monitors on that second one right there with them stacked like that.
See, for me, I like this one. Oh no, not that one. I was talking about the purple one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I like that one. That for me because I'm a movie head too, so I could play my games on the two on the wall, and I could watch a movie on the other one, or I could like Formula One shit. I could watch like the way I have it now because you can look at the driver's onboard cameras. But I have my TV and my laptop, and then I have like all the drivers that I want to see. And then I have the actual broadcast open, and I have all these, and then I can track. I can see where each driver is on the track. I can see the data, their times, and what tires they're on, and how far they are ahead. Like all kind of like data tracking shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm on, and that's basically the same information that the people on the pit wall are looking at.
Okay.
Except for
that's pretty cool.
Except for like proprietary shit on like what's going on with the car. They obviously aren't gonna put that shit out.
What I was gonna say is when I see like this dual, like this multiple screen setup, it reminds me of like the Shadow Broker from Mass Effect 2, just watching the whole universe, or
Batman.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it is kind of, but at the same time, but you're right. That one right there, that purple one you have highlighted, the one up here on the screen, that is dope. The purple, just neon lighting and everything. Yeah, man, I gotta like
you gotta step the
build
game up.
Yeah, I gotta get rich. All right, folks, I'm gonna declare here on this show.
Oh, don't do it.
That we are gonna start selling drugs.
Oh,
yeah. What do you think I was gonna say? Jesus Christ.
we're gonna get rich.
Well,
You say that all the time.
well, we have to at some point in time.
Yeah.
I would please, just please, somebody somewhere listening.
Somebody somewhere, please.
But that's kind of, what is that? I thought that was like a Deadpool mask on the back of that chair. It's just how the chair is
just a
designed.
chair.
Yeah, it's just a chair.
Could be Deadpool on the front. You never know.
Well, I mean, he is a good character. I like Deadpool. Take a sip of that. And while we're kind of talking the gaming subject, I know it's been a few weeks.
Let me get that off because you're gonna keep going on that. What? Go ahead.
Speaking of games, Earlier this week, I know you probably didn't see it, and you probably, I wouldn't say don't care, but I saw a trailer for Death Stranding 2 this week.
Never heard of it.
So Death Stranding is a game I have yet to play that launched on the PS4, I would say maybe about 5 years ago. And the crazy thing is I don't know anything about it. What I do know is that it's made by Hideo Kojima, who created Metal Gear Solid. And all I've heard about this game in particular in the last several years is that it is a masterpiece. I don't know. Norman Reedus is the main character, protagonist in the game, but I don't know anything about it. So I end up ultimately, out of pure fandom, watch the trailer for Death Stranding 2, which is actually coming out in June of this year for PS5, and it looks wildly incredible, of something I could not explain to you. So I am going to do all of us a favor, not that anybody really wants this, but I am going
As long as you fucking recognize it.
I'm going to be downloading Death Stranding, the director's cut version for the Xbox Series X that was shadow dropped about a month ago, and we are going to see what the hype is all about. So I'm super excited. And in that time frame, I'm going to somehow manage to save $700 to buy a PlayStation and a copy of this game. Because
you already had a PlayStation.
I got a PS4.
I thought you said you had bought a 5.
No, fuck no.
Oh.
I wish I would have bought a 5. At some point in time,
I thought you said you had finally found one or something, or was that?
No. Well, put it this way: anytime I find one, I don't have.
Maybe
money.
that was a PS4. I don't know. Maybe that was a while ago.
So this game,
I don't
know
want
anything
about.
about.
Don't keep going into.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Fine.
Yeah. Well, but still, I don't know anything about it. However, it is just nothing but praise for this game. Like, it's apparently remarkable. So tomorrow, I'm going to be downloading it. And we're going to be checking it out. Check me out on Twitch, forever_dope, Twitch TV, or Twitch TV _forever dope.
Oops, sorry. Twitch.tv/forever dope.
One day when
forever_dope.
Yeah, one day when I get my handle right, maybe somebody
it pops up at the beginning of the show.
And whatnot. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to go. Also, this is going to even sound crazier. There is a game that I think I might be able to play with you, but it might only be it might not be multi-platform. It is called Split Faction. It is.
Yeah, a few people have been playing that on Twitch.
So
recently.
it is.
That's you have to be there, don't you?
No. It the screen displays as a couch co-op game, but you can play online. So I don't know if it's cross-platform or not, because if it is, I would totally like to partake.
Pretty sure it's on PC or Steam, at least. I mean, yeah, it's on Steam.
It's on Steam.
Oh, so you're saying, well, if you can play online, yeah, it would be cross-platform.
But and again, this is another game that is getting nothing but praise.
See, PlayStation 5, Windows, and I don't know how big is the game though. I don't know how much space I have on my PC.
That I do not know. That is something I'd have to look into. But again, a game that is getting nothing but praise, and I know little to nothing about it. So,
what up, Londa?
Londa, what's going on, man? Welcome to the podcast. It's always nice to have familiar faces around here.
Another one that a lot of people have been playing recently was, I'm trying to remember. Shit. Damn it! I just freaking lost my train of thought.
Does it involve guns?
Yes. Yeah, the beta was out for Rainbow Six Siege X or whatever, or Siege 10.
Really? I did not know this. Here, I want to pull that up because lately I've been thinking about playing something like this. I'm not even a cap. Is that what the young people still say, cap?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So we got.
How the fuck am I older than you and I know what they're saying? Well, because I'm on Twitch all the time. So
let's see. So what? Rainbow Six Siege 10?
Yeah.
I played Rainbow Six the last time pretty heavily on the original Xbox when Xbox Live first came out. It was like Rainbow Siege, like Las Vegas or something like that. It was a lot of fun, dude. It was a shitload of fun. These games, I think in the next couple years are really, not to say that they're not already wildly popular, because they are.
Well, I was watching people stream it because, like I said, it was on. I guess it was like big ass streamers that had access to it. But it's just fucking. It has some. Fuck was that?
I don't know. Hello.
Okay,
Okay, we're being invaded.
that was weird. It had Oh yeah, Repo is a big one right now too. I was watching somebody play that. That game looked weird. God, my brain is not working today.
Maybe you should try some of the sea moss gel.
I don't even know. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay. It's okay. That's me normally when I'm at work, panicking constantly for 8 hours, 9 hours on end.
So so Repo, but then what was I talking about? Oh no, this fucking game reminds me a lot of
Counter-Strike?
no, it's just like COD. It has some cool like features where like you can see they put like a panel on the wall, and then they could look through the panel and see and set people up.
Yeah.
And like because they would break it so they couldn't see where they were coming from or whatever. But then they would just sneak up behind them and kill them.
That's pretty dope.
Then they have like these barricades you can put on doors and walls, so people have to go a certain way or they have to break it down.
I like strategic gameplay. The thing I will say this, I was talking about COD and I was playing it heavily, through the winter months this past year. I honestly have not played it in several weeks because it's COD. I've got my fill of it for the year. I got to the level I wanted to get to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This shit is basically this. Now I have always liked the Rainbow Six campaign. It's much more involved than the COD campaigns.
Yeah, COD is with COD campaigns, they're going to be really over the top because they want to grab you in with all the explosions, the big set piece environments.
No, I'm saying it's more. No, I didn't. No, I said Rainbow Six is more involved.
Well, yeah, but I'm just talking about how COD does their campaigns, like of how they try to. I would prefer in terms of like.
I'm saying that shit. Rainbow Six takes it's not as easy.
Yeah, no, and that's why I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, it sounded weird how you said it.
Well, no,
because you have to like command your
squad and all that stuff.
Yeah. You don't have to do that on COD shit.
COD is very streamlined in terms of its mission structure.
Yeah.
And again, what I was saying about the big set pieces, that's supposed to be the real bulk of the campaign. Like, whoa, this giant building exploding, and then your character's falling down, and it's happening in real time. Like, that's the fun factor in that.
What was I playing? Damn, I stopped playing Black Ops 6. I bought that shit and stopped playing it. The
campaign is really good, though.
It's really drawn out. I don't like having to go for one part of the map to the other part. That's kind of annoying.
There is one big mission that is like super. Are you talking about like the desert mission?
Yeah.
So that is the only mission like that, and I
liked it,
but there's too much on the map in terms of the objectives you have to do.
I don't know. Maybe I need to finish the game to kind of give my full like synopsis of the shit.
I gotcha.
I don't know. I do like that aspect of I have to kind of go out and find these motherfuckers. But if that's the only one like that, then I don't know. I had to finish it.
What I was going to say, and before we get off games, there is one more game I just wanted to bring up that I haven't played, but I know what it is. And apparently it's getting a sequel because it's insanely popular. So I am going to download it because apparently it's $10. It is called Power Wash Simulator. All you do is power wash.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, apparently it is incredibly addicting, and everybody loves it.
All the simulators are pretty addicting. I still have it, I believe. What is it, Auto Mechanic? I haven't updated it in a while, but they have new cars on it. But basically, you're an auto mechanic, and you have to go through, diagnose what's wrong with the car, just like a real fucking mechanic, and then you have to go get the right parts, and you have to take it apart in the right order and put it back together in the right order. So yeah, and then you earn money by fixing cars, and then you can build your shop up. Then there's what's the other simulator?
I know there's
the grocery simulator. I think
there's a farm simulator. There's obviously
obviously farm, but
There's obviously the super popular Microsoft Flight Simulator.
That's a whole different level.
Dude, that is apparently that game, the newest version that came out maybe like 2 or 3 years.
It's got basically the whole world on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that game got a 10 on IGN.
Yep.
You know,
But you have to really know how to fly a fucking plane. And I'll watch cats. I don't really watch them on Twitch. I just catch them on like sometimes they'll be on live on TikTok. But these motherfuckers are called like they have to start the plane up, and commercial airlines too. And they're going through the airport. They got to go to the right runway and all. I'm like, all right, I like flying, but I'm not.
yeah, it's a little too in depth. It's
and if I want the real feeling, I want to have an actual joystick and I want to push the buttons and all that.
Oh,
stuff.
those were super popular on the computers back in the day. The flight simulator joysticks.
I know. Did I ever tell you? I told you about the time that, like when the guy was programming a flight simulator when I was in the computer lab while my mom was at like community college or whatever.
I think you may have. Is this when you learned that you could take like the floppy disk
Yeah.
out? Yeah, and all that stuff. Yeah, so
That's what I learned what RAM was, and
Yeah.
I was like 4 or 5, maybe 5. I don't remember how old I was.
But when
I
you
was
see
young.
when you see stuff like that, it's super cool. Regardless, it's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, it's playing without the disc in.
And
you know?
again,
It's
this
the little
was
things.
a long time ago. So imagine this is before Londa,
before you were even thought of.
before AI was thought of.
Oh yeah,
It may have been in somebody's brain somewhere, but and I say that specifically because that's what he studies. But like this was before the internet type shit. You know what I'm saying?
it's pretty wild. You know,
Yeah.
The advancements in technology are nuts. But speaking of advancements in technology, Jared is very excited for the very first Formula One race, the first race of the season. Correct?
It is, well, technically, it is, yes, the first race of the season, but it's Sunday in Australia already,
Okay.
or about to be. Well, anyway, the race is at 12 a.m. here, but normally it would be on Sundays, but because Australia is a day ahead,
Okay.
like everything is, for us, is a day ahead.
Yeah, no. I gotcha. But I know that you're super excited about it. You've got your Lewis Hamilton gear on.
Oh, yeah.
Repping Ferrari. And speaking of cars, this is a super side note.
Ferrari and Lewis.
I saw that Ice Spice is the new face of Mercedes or something like that. Is that like
Ice Spice.
Yeah, or something like that.
She might have just been in the garage.
Okay, I just saw like a caption. I didn't look any further than that, but just since we were
No,
talking
there's
about
always
it,
celebrities in the garage. Like there was some singer, Ray, who was in the Ferrari garage for qualifying yesterday. Well, no, it might have been FP2. Anyway, yeah, but they're always, especially if it's a big one, like a big race. I mean, I don't know, Brisbane. Is it Brisbane? I don't know. Wherever they are right now is pretty big, but usually like Silverstone, which is in England. Obviously, the United States ones are pretty big because most of the celebrities in the world come from here.
I got you. Well, this is true. This is very true.
Uh,
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
yeah, and they talk so much shit. The world, well, especially right now, they're talking some shit about us for good reasons. But they usually talk a lot of shit about America, but they don't realize that all the culture that's put out into the world. That's why the fucking like the Russians hate us. That's why the Middle East hate us, because it goes against, but like what we do goes against their whole like thought of what existence should be.
Yeah, no. I mean, that much I do know, but it is pretty crazy. I didn't really think about that. A lot of the star power in the world really is here in the United States.
Yeah,
I've
like
never
all the movies like that go all around the world, like even up into China. Like that shit all comes from here, bro.
Yes. Yeah, damn, that's kind of, I don't know why I've never thought of it like that. I guess it's never been prompted to me in such a manner.
Well, I kind of started thinking about it from being on TikTok, because there was this before the shutdown, the great shutdown of TikTok.
Yeah, yep, man. You sent me a TikTok earlier. Yeah. See, folks, it's still here.
They're still trying to get rid of it. Before that all happened, there was this battle between the diaspora of black people, like English black people talking about American black people, how we don't have, they say we don't have any culture, but we're like, hold up. All the culture that you motherfuckers have over there came from here. Like they be wearing Nike jumpsuits and shit, and like that's an American company, bruh.
Yeah. Here, let's ask Londa. Londa, is there?
He's already on it.
No, yeah, no.
Speaking about America, I really need to eat a hamburger with RJ one day.
Oh yeah,
That's a thing on the bucket list. So
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
your question?
no. I was going to ask you: do you think? I know you've never been over here, so this might be a complicated question. But do you think there's anything that we as Americans have taken from like European culture?
Oh, there's there's plenty of stuff.
But is there one thing in particular that would stick out to you from the outside looking in? And that's something that we would not notice, or I wouldn't say take for granted or anything like that. But is there like one cultural aspect that you could think of? And then, yes, we will eat a burger.
Colonization.
That is actually very correct and horrible all at the same time. It's very awful how accurate that is. No, but burgers are good, especially with bacon and egg. Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, egg on a fucking burger is fire.
Yes, dude. Trust me. A nice, just fried egg, dude. Oh, my God, dude. Trust me. You're going to enjoy it. I promise. You know what's crazy? Until just several years ago, I tried that for the first time, and I didn't realize how much I was missing out on.
Didn't I put you onto that?
I don't know if you guys did. It
was
was one of you guys.
It was a few. I think it was a couple of. Oh, you know what? It was Greg.
It was Greg.
But that was, no, he was doing it with the chicken sandwiches.
Yes. So when I went up to visit my grandmother, maybe not too long after that, they have a breakfast burger at their bar, and it obviously comes with bacon and all, everything that's bad for you. And I was like, I got to try this because Greg you're right, was hyping up the egg on the sandwich, and it was fucking amazing. It was absolutely everything I wanted it to be. I know some people might be like, ew, no.
I don't know. I don't know who would say ew to a
delicious
fucking egg on. Well, unless you're fucking vegan.
I guess. I mean, well, they drink vegan-like things and stuff. But back to the race. So it's the first race of the season. So I want to ask you, as a noob, how long is this season, and how many races are you anticipating, or is he going to be competing in?
All of them. Well, as long as he's healthy and able to make every race, he's racing all. There are 24 races.
There's 24 races. Okay, that was going to be my next question.
But there's not just the races. There's some weekends have sprint weekends, some don't. But then there's practice, and then there's practice is usually Friday. FP1, well, free practice 1, free practice 2 is Friday. Free practice 3 and quali is Saturday, and then the Grand Prix, I can't really do a French accent. That is Sunday. So it's and they're not every week, but they can go back to back weeks. And then there's the summer break, so it's goes from now all the way till December.
Till December.
Yeah.
So the sprints you were talking about, is that like a one lap fastest, or is that like a drag race kind of style ordeal?
No, it's I think it's 17 or 9. It depends. Again, the length depends on how long the track is.
Okay.
Because there's a certain distance they have to go, and I don't remember the exact distance at this moment, but that's how you determine, depending on the track, that's how you determine how many laps the race is.
I gotcha.
Same thing with the sprints.
Okay.
But you have to qualify for the sprints. I'm trying to remember if I'm getting all this right. So you do the free practice. I can't remember. Anyway. But anyway, you basically qualify for the sprint, and depending on what you get there, and then you do qualifying for the Grand Prix on those weekends. So there's like a mini race on Saturday, and then there's the big race on Sunday still.
I gotcha.
But those are only weekends that there's a sprint weekend.
All right. I just wanted to verify that in my own mind, because when you said sprint, I obviously think of running the shuttle in gym in elementary school.
Pretty much what it is. It's a short race and you get points added to your yearly or like your season if you get a certain position at the end of the race. or the end of the sprint.
I was a fucking beast at the shuttle, picking up those fucking erasers and everything, and then putting them down, and then going back and getting them again, dude. That was a fucking
The
menace.
shuttle? Oh, you mean shuttle run?
Yeah, the shuttle run.
It's
yeah.
nowhere near the same.
I'm just gonna tell you that I was actually quite athletic myself.
Oh,
All right.
God damn, man, writing fucking
Oh,
paragraphs.
jeez. All right. What has Londa got to say? Look, get your reading glasses out.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, let's see. What did he say? He said, I mean, a few of the buildings that stem from European architecture. Yeah, I guess like some of the stuff in DC probably has some European architecture.
Damn, I wouldn't even have thought of something like that because I'm not as smart as I think I am. Holy
Well,
shit.
we know that too. So
Thanks,
don't worry
Jared.
about it.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Everybody, thanks for listening to this podcast. I'm dumb.
Food for sure. Pizza, hamburgers, etc. No,
Where was the burger invented?
wait.
It's
I
just
think
beef.
I think Germany was where the hamburger, because the reason it's called hamburger is because of Hamburg, Germany.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. But the whole architectural design thing, I wouldn't.
Well, to a certain level, but I think that was the early days of America. These days we don't have old school architecture like they have in Europe.
Yeah, like are you talking about like a cathedral style type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's some I haven't been to Europe myself, but I'd like to go. But I've seen pictures of and videos of people that I know who've been there, and it's like, yeah, this shit is old, and we don't design shit like that over in the States. Our shit is made out of fucking plywood and fucking
yeah, dude, and
sticks.
yeah, this is a McDonald's, folks. You know, it is. I will say this. You know, now that you bring that up, if you look at some of the construction in me and Jared's general area throughout, just maybe the last 15 years, a lot of the shopping centers and buildings and home complexes that they're building, they're all very bland in terms of like how they're designed. Like the shopping center down the way from here kind of had an overhaul.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
He basically, basically said what I was saying earlier, that we took a lot of stuff and made it our own, and we still have influences from Europe, but a lot of the stuff, like I was saying before, and he's saying, a lot of the stuff goes out to the world from here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But damn, that's wild though. But the buildings are so bland and they're gray. So I could see that now that you say that. Yeah. There's nobody that designs anything like cool anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I
would
don't know.
say
Like
cool.
I was watching the speaking of the race, I was watching the quali and the practice all weekend, and they're in Australia. I think it's Melbourne or is it Brisbane? One of the two. But anyway, like they always do these overhead helicopter shots of like wherever they're at, and like I'm looking at the buildings. You know what? It's funny that we're talking about that, because I'm looking at it and there's like rivers and bridges in the middle, and I'm like, that looks like a prettier Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hey, it's Pittsburgh's cool, man. I like going there.
it was crazy that in my head I was like, that looks like a lot like Pittsburgh, but cleaner and a lot nicer.
Hey, first of all, everybody in Pittsburgh is nice except for that one guy.
I didn't say
Jack-off.
about people. I'm talking about the way
Oh.
the city looks. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. I think it's Brisbane. Let me make sure. I get an overhead shot of Brisbane.
Speaking of the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers.
Ain't nobody speaking of the fucking Steelers.
Don't go there.
Oh, he's going.
Please.
He's going. You don't have to scream into the mic.
So I've decided that if he ultimately is the quarterback of my team, I'm going to become evil for football season. I'm going to grow a mustache.
You already are evil.
I'm going to change my name to Ricardo Blanco. Okay, and I'm going to be from Venezuela. And I'm going to smuggle drugs. That's what I'm going to do during football season if Aaron Rodgers is my quarterback. For
Oh,
the
he
Pittsburgh
will be.
Steelers. Please, God, no.
Where the fuck is the city?
Well, Jared looks that up, folks. I always encourage you to check us out anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. You name it. Every Monday around 9 a.m. for the visual on YouTube. I mean, who doesn't like watching us? You should. And every Saturday live around 6:30 p.m. ish here on Twitch. I mean, isn't this how you should spend your Saturday with the boys, hanging out, talking about games, and Jared just shitting on the city of Pittsburgh. You know,
Well, I mean, it's cool, but
I'm
this
sure
song looks much better.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. How? Ooh, I'm trying to see how you Formula One. Ooh, Australia.
Relax, RJ.
I've always wanted to see a kangaroo in person. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, I mean, apparently they come up to like your porch and shit.
Oh, really?
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
No, it's Melbourne.
Melbourne.
You don't say the R.
Melbourne. Might be the dingo agent.
And they
baby.
take that shit personally too.
Really?
Yep.
I'll try to remember that in case I talk to a local Aussie.
Yeah, I want to go there one day.
You said they come up to your porch?
I've seen videos of them coming up to people's porches and shit.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I told you. Hold on, let me.
Oh my God, dude, you can't compare the city of Pittsburgh to this place, or pretty much anybody in North America.
That picture right there. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, damn, that does kind of
Look at the buildings.
The fuck that's tripping me out. It looks just
there's a good overhead shot.
Yeah, that looks just like it.
Especially like Pittsburgh, right? Crazy.
Damn, that place looks so clean.
Well, most of the world is cleaner than here.
Yeah, see, it's just got to be something in the air or something. I'm trying to tell you. The smog filter that we're all breathing in. What is that? Is that a fire station? Looks like an old firehouse.
I don't know. I just wanted you to see the way the skyline looks.
That is pretty dope. Melbourne, Australia. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say the R because they get offended, according to Jared.
That's not according to me. That's according to Australians.
I don't even know. Do I know somebody from Australia? I think I've met like 2 people from Australia. Maybe.
I was January. One of the for my job, one of the people who was part of the planning committee for the January event. She's from Australia, and we were talking, and I'm just listening the whole time. I'm like, okay, your accent's pretty fucking strong.
Yeah,
it's hard for me to. Some words was hard for me to make out, and it's loud, and we're all drinking, and it's like, okay, and you know Australians can fucking drink.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
beer.
they're like us, like as far as alcohol.
No, coffee, beer, B-E. That's an episode of The Simpsons.
I don't know. Just watching a lot of F1 though, I a lot of words. Because everybody. Okay, so there's a team called Alpine, which in America everybody like, no, it's Alpine. Like, no, everybody in the world except for us calls it Alpine.
Well, I feel like a fucking idiot. No, go ahead, continue.
And the same thing with like garage. We say garage. They say garage.
Garage.
Yeah.
And
you know what I noticed about like
I don't know how I feel
English,
about that one.
like UK English and like Australia, where they pronounce all the vowels the same. Like each vowel is like an A. Like instead of saying garage,
Yeah.
like how does it go from ga? Like how's it two U's garage?
Yeah.
But it's garage, which makes sense
so-
because it's A's. They're actually A's. Or privacy. We say privacy. They say privacy because it's an I. That makes the sound.
Yeah, we're all fucking taught wrong and dumb.
Pretty much.
The Department of Education, folks.
Oh, that's not. First of all, don't get me started on that.
I knew. I just wanted to ruffle his feathers. as we
Matter of
like to
fact,
say.
you know the other part of that. He said, "I know there are Dutch-inspired buildings in New York." Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of.
I would think in New York,
New
especially.
York is
Probably the
that-
melting
a
pot.
lot of the European culture is in New York because for a while that was the capital of the country.
Yeah, I mean Ellis Island, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just that's where immigrants came in, dude. So the fact that doesn't surprise me at all in any capacity.
Yep. What was I saying before that?
You were talking about the Department of Education.
Oh yeah. I saw an article the other day that like, okay, so the way the Department of Education works for universities, and I know this for a fact because I used to work at a university. They get federal funding, well, especially HBCUs. They get federal funding, which probably going to get cut, especially if they get rid of the Department of Education. But colleges or universities like Johns Hopkins, right up the road from us, the reason they're a hub for like medical breakthroughs and pretty much a lot of kind of like technological stuff is because they get research grants from the government or various places, but usually the government. They have to say what the research is about, and then the government decides whether
They want to fund it or
they want to fund it or not, like whether it's worth it. But to be in academia, if you want to become, let's say, if you want to become a doctor of computer science, let's say, or a doctor of any kind, a PhD or whatever, you have to. That's basically research. So you're either going to be a professor or you're going to be a researcher, but to get your research funded, you have to kind of make something to be research that needs to happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense.
So I saw an article the other day that they're going to be cutting $800 million of research grants to Johns Hopkins, and that's just one fucking university, bro. This shit is going to, the way they're fucking around, it's going to fuck us long term, because now we're not innovating any technologies. We're not, nobody knows how to, because they can't get the funding to do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let me pull I don't want to say devil's advocate here or the silver line. Where would any positive come from cutting those funds in any capacity? Just your opinion. I'm just asking.
What do you mean? Like,
exactly.
I just explained it.
Yeah, I know. That was the point of my whole I guess my question, so to speak.
I don't think I think the whole reason they're saying they want to do that is because they want to give the power back to the states as far as education. But again, all these cuts that they're doing, they're not looking at what's happening. They're just seeing a number on a bottom line up, and just kind of skimming over it, and like, oh well, yeah, we're spending too much over there, get rid of it. So it's like, I don't know, man. I tried, and I was watching Bill Burr's new special earlier. I didn't finish it, but he was saying the same, like talking about how it's too much for me to fucking be paying it to, like, looking at this shit. Kind of what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
It's just a lot, and then I start thinking about the long-term parts, but that's what I'm thinking these people aren't doing. They're not thinking about the long-term effects of what's cutting something without knowing what the fuck it is.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that 100%. That just sucks. But when it comes to, I think
there's a lot of lying going on, by the way. But keep going.
No, what I was going to say is when it comes to them trying to give the power back to the states in terms of education, I guess just because of where we rank in the world, like, not that I focus on any of this stuff, but do you think that, like, if that alone, say we everything else, like, forget about the fun, do you think that alone is a good thing? Like, giving states, the rights to teach what they feel is proper history to an extent? Or whatever.
No, you opened the can of worms. But
I don't want to say.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You opened the can of worms. Like, that's ultimately what it comes down to. Is what they're trying to. Okay, well, we want to get rid of critical race theory or whatever, and that's what they've been trying to do in Florida forever. And there's a bunch of spider webby shit going on. So then I saw another article the other day where they unpublished a bunch of links on the Arlington Cemetery website.
Okay.
That had to do, because the whole mandate with federal government has to get rid of anything like DEI related.
Yeah.
Meaning, so back to the Arlington Cemetery. So there's a page that has links to Black history of like people who are there. There's women's history, and then there's Hispanic history. And because I didn't go to the page, and I should actually go to this, but I saw a picture of the page. And you got to remember, I do web shit all day, and I'm knowing exactly what's going on. So basically what they did, and they somewhere else they did this too. But anyway, they just have this algorithm going and like finding anything. Oh, that's what it was. I'll go back to that. Anything that has to do with what they call quote unquote DEI, they're cutting it because that's what the federal government, the president said had to happen. So they deleted all this stuff that had to do with Black people, Hispanic people, and women on the Arlington Cemetery website.
Okay.
Also, and there's like 26,000 items that they got rid of and across various things. One of them was, okay, so the plane that dropped the atomic bomb, I think it was Little Boy. The plane was called Enola Gay. Enola Gay was the pilots of that plane. That was his mom's name.
I gotcha.
So he just named it that. But they got rid of that because it had the word gay in it. But that's how you know it's an algorithm. They're just going through and taking shit off. Not knowing, again, this is going back to not knowing what the thing is or did or doing before they just chopped the shit. So you just, something that won us the war, you're just going to chop it out of history. So it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, it is very peculiar.
It's very 1984-ish.
Well, and I was going to say,
the
too,
book 1984, not the year.
What I was going to say is, shit, no, I'm having a brain fart.
Sorry.
But no, you're good, dude. Fuck. No, man. Shit, I lost it.
It's the CMOS.
Maybe it is. I'm not going to encourage anybody to try, but it is, I think it does something. I would like to think it does something. I'm doing something. And I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to refresh my fucking brain.
It's not working.
It's not. It's terrible.
You're just babbling.
So I am babbling. I am babbling right now. Fuck. Oh, I don't think my question, or I don't even think I was going to make a point because I was just more going to be abroad about it. Oh,
no,
yes.
So tell me, like, because it feels like you have some thoughts, but what were you saying?
No. What I was going to say, I just had it again.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, damn it, Jared. No. Oh, yeah, there is so much happening at one time where it's just like, it is too much. It's just like, okay, one day it's this thing, next day it's this thing. It's just like, it's only been, a couple weeks, a handful of weeks, month and a half or so, and it's just like every day there's just something else going on, and it is a lot to keep up with. That's what I was going to say. Thank you for letting me remember that. Okay, so with the termination of more than $800 million in USA grants at the university, Johns Hopkins has to wind down much of the USA grant-related activities in Baltimore and internationally. No, and the reason I was just kind of asking this stuff is not, I don't even really feel any type of way about it, but it's kind of taken over everything, and it's just, there's so much happening, like you said. And I just think it creates good conversation because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, let's do this. Oh, yeah, don't do that. I'm like, no, fuck that.
No, I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying, like, again, I just don't think that there's very much thought into it. It's just they have these mandates. Even like, which he said he had a mandate. That's why that guy got kicked out of the address. What was his name? Al Green from Texas.
Yeah.
He got kicked out. Mind you, there was two chicks at one of Biden's addresses. What's it? Marjorie Taylor Greene and that Boebert chick. I'm trying not to call them the B words or the C word, but because that's what they are. They're screaming at Biden during his speech, and they didn't get kicked out or whatever, they reprimanded, whatever they call the reprimand in Congress. It's like the double standard is
It's
crazy.
it's everywhere on both sides. And that's why I hate it, and that's why I hate election time as much as important as it is. I just can't stand it because it just brings out nastiness in everybody, and it sucks. And you guys need to be nicer to one another. Put your fucking politics aside and hug or something.
Well,
I don't know.
That's the thing. It's the whose team is better type shit.
Well, but dude, I don't think I remember a day and age where, or maybe we were too young. But dude, politics, like, if somebody goes out and said, "Oh, hey, I voted for this person," you automatically are an evil person. Like, no matter who you vote for. Like, so I'm like, yeah, I voted for Jared Lee, like the rest of us, or should have voted for. But fuck this shit, dude. Like, I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, everybody should have voted for me. God damn it.
Yeah, well, that's why we're gonna run again, dude. We should really run for like Congress or some shit like that. Can we do that?
I'll tell you what. I have thought about it. The problem is
It'll give us something to do.
the problem is something to do. I always have something to do.
Well, I'm just saying,
you're
change
the boring one.
I'm not boring. Nah.
And I'm not just talking about going to the bar. You know that's not all that I do.
No.
Anyway.
I just wasn't even remotely thinking.
I have thought about it. I don't know, man. That's the same reason I never wanted to go into the government, like work for the government, just because I don't think you're really free in that situation. Because like they start digging up your past and making up shit about you.
Yeah. Do you remember this one time that you were caught with mushrooms sticking out of your ass?
It's not, what the fuck?
No, I don't. You know.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
that
I
was
just
fucking weird.
Sorry.
Let me get back to where I was.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah, they'll make up shit. Especially if they are from the other side. They really don't fuck with you. I don't know. I just don't think that's free. That's why I prefer just to do comedy, because I can say what the fuck I want, and because free speech is under attack by this administration. I'm gonna start going harder. I want to get arrested for speech.
No, God, then I'm gonna have to come get you.
Why would you have to come get me?
I don't know. I just isn't that what
Well,
friends
actually, you
do?
might-
Yeah, exactly. I've
I
done
don't
it
think
before.
my mom wouldn't be able to know what the fuck is going on.
No, I'm not gonna tell your mother. No,
No,
I would hope you wouldn't tell my mom either.
What
If you ever had to bail me out of jail.
Why not? If it's for practicing my God-given right, the Constitution says I don't give a fuck. It's a protest arrest. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're not gonna tell me what the fuck I can and can't say. I know what if I say some fucked up shit, the court of public opinion might come after me, but the government can't fucking say that. That's what we fucking came over here for. I don't want to say we, but the forefathers. That's what they came over here for. And that's what they wrote that document for. And that, we've had to amend it for whatever reasons, for many reasons that we all know, including women's rights and just people rights, first of all. But no, you're not. And not to mention, I served. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to fucking tell me, especially, I took the oath to the Constitution, not to the fucking president. I took the oath to the Constitution of the United States. And I served for the people of Americans. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck what this motherfucker, either one of them, because the VP is I don't even know what to say about that guy. But anyway, I'm not trying to, I'm not either one. And I've been accused of, because I'll say I've been saying shit to people, like, online. And like, I'll get accused of being a Democrat and a lib. And I'm like, so your fucking best, I'm spitting facts to you, but your best argument is to come back and call me a name? Oh, you just want to attack me? Oh, why don't you just come with facts, bro? Like, why are facts so offensive to you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's the vibe that I'm getting from a lot of this shit. It's like, facts don't mean shit because nobody, and he started the shit from the beginning when he was like, fake news. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody's that's in the media is fake news now. So like, they start making up their own shit, which it could be the thing. Like, oh, we confuse people enough, we can start saying what the fuck we want, and they'll start believing us. And a lot of these motherfuckers are believing some crazy shit.
Well, again, I think it's to any person that is extreme in politics and party or whatever it is, because I can't think either left or right of normal people like me and you going out and doing shit like this and trying to prove a point, and they get angry when your point is, even if you voted for somebody, is invalid, and you can't even say, hey, like, I voted for this guy and he did some of this right, but I don't agree with this aspect. That's a normal human conversation. There is no like, oh, hey, I voted for this person. They're like, oh my God, burn in hell, get away from me, you heathen, or whatever the case.
Oh, I see what you're seeing. I see what your algorithm looks like.
Yeah, I'm sick
I mean,
of it.
I wouldn't say, oh my God, burn in hell, but you might need to kind of check your reasoning skills. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's what I'm saying, because I'm sure that there are people that went out and voted for Donald Trump, like just normal people. Say some guy that isn't some right-wing extremist just looked at both candidates, was like, okay, I'm going to vote for this guy. And then that's it. And then there's nothing more. This guy doesn't go on any page or any news site saying, look at Lord Trump taking over, pushing all you libs to shame.
Well, he did call himself a king, so.
Well, that guy just talks shit. I think he does it to get a rise out of people. I really do.
Well, here's one thing I have noticed a lot.
I'm telling you, he does it on purpose.
Everything. Yeah, it's for ratings. He thinks this fucking shit is a fucking reality show. I'm telling you. Again, and let's not forget, he is about the same age as Joe Biden.
Yeah,
so you can't tell me that there ain't some kind of mental decline also.
No.
These 70-year-old, 80-year-old motherfuckers on Congress and up on the Hill and all that shit, get the fuck out of here. You motherfuckers were alive. You don't know anything. Like the whole TikTok shit. You don't know shit. You just heard what somebody told you on fucking Fox News or CNN, and now you're just going to regurgitate it in front of the world while you're asking the subject matter expert and saying that he's wrong. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. I'm on my soapbox here.
That's okay though. Soapboxes.
Wait. I want to go back to, there was another. Oh yeah. So there's a clip. There's a few clips like the when he was with the Ukrainian president in the Oval Office when they did that whole thing. At the end of that back and forth, he says literally, "This is gonna make for good TV." Like, I'm like, who fucking says that? You know what I'm saying? Then I saw a clip today where I guess he was at the airport or something, and a bunch of reporters were out there, and one of them had a boom mic and hit him in the.
I did see it. Yeah, I did.
And then he says, "Oh, that person's gonna be all over the news tonight." Like, bro, this ain't a reality show. You're running the fucking free world, man. Like, this ain't fucking television.
It is what it is. For now,
it's wild, bro.
It is wild.
100%, that person did that shit on purpose.
That
shit was funny. I laughed so hard when I saw it.
In this day and age, nothing surprised me, and nothing should surprise any of you. And you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts: Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff.
You already did that. Oh, you closing out? Oh,
yeah.
God. Okay.
Well, yeah. I thought we were sitting here for a while, and then I was.
It's only been an hour 10.
Oh well, dude, my brain was running a little blank, so I didn't want to just sit here and stare at you either. So
okay.
I wanted to end it on a positive note.
Okay, well, fine, whatever. Go.
Okay, well, we like you guys.
Jesus.
Londa, thank you for joining
that was
us.
The worst fucking closing.
I thought you wanted to say that piece so I could wrap it up. So I thought you were thinking for me to wrap it up.
Nah.
Okay. Well,
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Well,
but now you want to wrap it up.
Well, it's wrap it before you tap it. It's a good motto, and we will see you guys next week.
I was on a roll. This guy. All right, hold on.
Save it.
Save it for what?
I don't know. We have more podcasts to do. I don't.
Oh my God. We got a whole week in between. All right.
And then we can talk about the 18 other things that'll occur. And then we can talk about how there's a pyramid in D.C.
What?
Nah, I'm joking. Just wake up one day and you were saying he was a king, go out and there's a pyramid and there's like pharaohs and sarcophaguses and all sorts of shit.
Well, the Washington Monument, that is an obelisk that came from Egypt.
I am aware of that.
Okay, so we'll make sure.
I am not that dumb.
And a lot of the architecture from the D.C., the way it's laid out, comes from Egyptian shit.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. They built the
Or
pyramids.
African shit, I should.
No, they built the pyramids, and we still don't know how the fuck they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild, though. Pretty wild.
This is the worst closing ever.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That was,
We love you.
that was crazy. We were having a deep conversation.
I just thought I thought incorrectly. I'm sorry. Here, I'll do it again. Hold on.
No, we don't need to do it again because I'm tired of hearing it.
Well, I'm not going to repeat the same shtick. I'm going to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Catch us next week, folks, because we love you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm
It's
sorry. My
all
bad.
RJ's fault.
It is
Jeez.
something new and different.
Shout out to Dan. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dan.
RJ's he's gonna be there. I'm telling you right now. All right, peace.
Bye.
Hit you so hard you won't see nothing.
I literally
ever,
thought that.
ever,
I was like,
ever,
okay.
ever.
Audio Skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.